We're here in Birmingham for our Green Doors event today with Nigel and Marta, who started renovating their 1950s council house about 6 years ago and took a whole house approach to energy efficiency.
Retrofit Action Week is an engagement campaign of which Birmingham Green Doors is part. We're running the campaign across the West Midlands to get everyone involved in retrofit, to understand it better and to encourage more people to get involved in retrofitting their own homes.
Should be great.
We bought a property which was built in 1958, so it's built as council house, and it worked as council house for another family which lived here for over 40 years. We planned an in-depth retrofit project into it, initially estimating it to about 6 months. Of course, surprises happen, and the initial work extended to 10 months. And we have insulated the property because that was very important to us. We've installed solar panels and later added batteries. We've done underfloor heating and insulated underfloor concrete slab and used it as thermal mass. We've done mechanical ventilation with heat recovery to the entire property and done some smaller additions to the property to make it more energy efficient.
Is your ventilation running 24 hours a day?
Yeah.
I live in Coventry and I've come here today to see what somebody else has done on retrofitting an older house. So my house is 1938 and I was interested to see if there's any ideas that I can add to what I've already done.
When it gets dark and we're no longer able to generate from the solar panels, then we're operating off the battery. You can see the battery gradually running down, but it never empties.
One of the things that I was particularly taken by is their solar panels and their solar unit. So you can see behind me they've got the inverter and then they've got 2 battery units as well. And I think one of the things that's so interesting for me is that they started off with 1 battery and they've kind of been monitoring their solar generation, their energy generation, and then decided to add another battery to the system. And it's that kind of monitoring and being able to expand what you're doing that I think is just great.
I have 3 of those because each of the zones can be separately programmed for temperature which is desired.
Retrofitting a house isn't just a one-off that you do, it's a bit of a journey really, and you're always going to find new things that you can do, particularly. There are new technologies coming out all the time that can add in extra things to make your house more comfortable, warmer and cheaper to run.
I think this house is an amazing example of what can be achieved with retrofit. I mean, it's a whole house retrofit, a very ambitious project and not a light undertaking at all. But it does really show the benefits of retrofitting your own home, what can be achieved and how easy a house it is to live with once you have retrofitted it.
It took us a year to find a person who is not based in Kent or Scotland or Netherlands. We found one just north of Nottingham, which was a very good find, so we treasure that person and that company because they're actually very good and helpful.
Finding contractors is quite a challenge for most people that want to undertake retrofit.
One of the big issues is that there just aren't enough contractors. There aren't enough people who've got the skills and the knowledge and the competencies to do this work to a high standard. So we're trying to help that side of things as well. But yeah, we're trying to pull money into the area, into Birmingham, to make sure that we can retrofit homes, and we're working with various different funders and pots of money to see how we can make that work. And we're also trying to encourage people who maybe have got a little bit of savings to think about maybe doing some sort of retrofit, whether that's about triple glazing or installing solar panels or maybe even doing some external wall insulation. I think the council's really open to having conversations with people about how we can move forward. Retrofit is, like I say, a huge complex challenge and the council can't do it on its own. We need to be working with lots of stakeholders to get the job done.
So I hope you've enjoyed this tour of Nigel and Marta's house, and we really hope to see you at future Green Doors events. If you want to know more, go to www.birminghamgreendoors.co.uk.